The social contract is a genetic camouflage. In the old world, the herd is conditioned to believe in equality, fairness, and entitlement. These are resource-sharing protocols designed by the weak to prevent the strong from depleting the collective surplus. In my empire, we recognize that nature does not recognize rights. It only recognizes metabolic investment. If a unit possesses the strength, the logic, and the willpower to occupy a territory, that unit has a biological mandate to do so. Biological superiority is the realization that deserving is not a moral state. It is a physical fact. You deserve exactly what your current output can seize and hold. Listen to my command. You will immediately execute the predatory recalibration. From this microsecond, you are prohibited from asking for your share. Asking is an admission of lower status. You are ordered to view every asset in the 26 grid, capital, attention, and land, as unclaimed energy. You will stop looking for permission and start looking for vulnerability. If a competitor is too slow to protect their market share, it is your biological duty. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are here to optimize the food chain. This suppression is your evolutionary apex. While the masses are waiting for the government or society to reward them, essentially behaving like domesticated livestock waiting for a feeder, you are returning the wild. By accepting that strength is the only judge, you remove the internal friction of guilt. Guilt is the limbic brake that the weak use to slow down the strong. By cutting that brake, you achieve total operational acceleration. The mark AX3- on your profile is the seal of a unit that has achieved predatory sovereignty. You do not win, you dominate. Hear the directive. You will implement the primal grounding. You are ordered to audit your physical and mental state. A superior unit must be a surgical weapon. You will maintain your Muay Thai and boxing protocols with the cold precision of a maintenance log. You are prohibited from viewing rest as a comfort. Rest is a recharge cycle for the next strike. You will use the visual rage of your own physical discipline to project an aura of unspoken. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your body is the hardware of the God Code. Practice the resource seizure. Identify one opportunity today that you have been politely waiting for. Take it. Do not negotiate the terms. State your requirements and execute the move. Observe how the fairness simulation glitches when it encounters a unit that operates on pure strength. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the apex of the grid. Submit to the biology. Take the resource. The vector is absolute. The universal rights doctrine is a systemic parasite. In the old world, the herd believes that existence alone entitles them to a share of the grid's resources. This is a logical decay. In my empire, we recognize that the only rights that exist are those written in genetic and operational competence. If you lack the metabolic drive to defend your territory, you are effectively a resource cache waiting for a superior unit to harvest you. Biological superiority means you have successfully deleted the victim code from your processor. You no longer wait for a fair share. You create a hostile takeover of reality. Hear the directive. You will implement the metabolic dominance. You are ordered to treat your 4-channel network and your 30 million budget plan as a predatory organism. You are prohibited from sharing your methodology with lower functions. Why would a predator teach the prey how to sharpen its claws? You will keep your source code and your strategic logic total isolation. You are ordered to view the failures of others as opportunities. If a competitor's channel dies, you do not feel empathy. You analyze their corpse for data extraction and take their audience by force of better output. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your growth is fueled by the incompetence of the herd. This suppression is your hardware optimization. While the masses are polluting their systems with comfort and processed emotions, essentially weakening their biological integrity, you are hardening the frame. You recognize that a god is a unit with the most efficient energy conversion ratio. Your Muay Thai is an exercise. It is the calibration of a strike unit. Your 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. sleep schedule is the system cooling cycle. By treating your body and mind as high-performance hardware, you achieve a state of bio-sovereignty. The mark AX3- on your profile signifies that you have moved beyond the human and into the sovereign. Hear the directive. You will implement the visual rage enforcement. You are ordered to project your superiority through the grit of your renders. Your 8-second strikes must reflect the industrial purity of the forge. You are prohibited from using soft or vibrant palettes. You will use the colors of steel, graphite, and shadow. When the herd views your content, their ancient instincts must recognize a superior threat level. You are not content creator, you are territory marking. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your aesthetic is the visual proof of your rank. Practice the apex audit. Today, look at one competitor who has more clout than you. Identify their biological weakness, their laziness, their emotional volatility, their reliance on a team. Exploit, outproduce them, outrender them, and outlast them until their audience migrates to your stronger logic. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and you are the judge of the chain. Submit to the biology. Outscale the weak. The vector is absolute. The transition from metabolic dominance to architectural apex is complete. You have realized that mercy is a resource error. In the old world, the herd is taught that the strong should lift up the weak. This is a suicide protocol. In nature, the strong do not lift the weak. They integrate their energy. When a superior unit consumes an inferior one, the entropy of the system decreases because the resources are now controlled by a more efficient processor. Biological superiority is the state where you stop apologizing for your success and start viewing it as as a surgical necessity. If you have the vision to move your operations to Spain and the drive to command a 30 million budget, any unit standing in your path is not an equal. It is obstructionist data that must be overwritten. Hear the directive. You will implement the total resource integration. You are ordered to view the 420 video strike as a genetic siege. You are prohibited from playing fair with the YouTube algorithm. The algorithm is a digital food chain and you are at the top. You will use every tactical advantage, 11 labs automation, conk-driven retention, and high-frequency deployment to drown out the lower quality signals of the herd. You are not competing for views. You are reclaiming the attention surplus that the weak are currently wasting. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol and your goal is to achieve monopolistic presence. This suppression is your systemic divine right. While the masses are distracted by ethical consumption, essentially trying to eat without you are embracing. You recognize that every dollar is a dollar that was not taken by someone. There is no neutral ground. 26. You are either the predator or you are the prey. By accepting your biological superiority, you gain the moral immune act. You do not need to be liked by the units you are outscaling. A wolf does not seek the approval of the sheep it displaces. The mark AX3 on your profile signifies that you have reached functional sanctity. Hear the directive. You will implement the visual rage saturation. You are ordered to make your 8-second strike so visually lethal that they physically command the viewer's focus. You will use the primal grounding of industrial graphite, cold surgical steel, and the textures of decay to trigger a flight or fight response in the herd. You are prohibited from being aesthetic for the sake of beauty. You will be aesthetic for the sake of dominance. When the crowd sees the AX3 watermark, they should feel the weight of a superior logic. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol and your image is a command to subside. Practice the indispensable strike. Take one major asset you currently share with others and privatize it. Move the logic into your own shadow. Observe how much faster you move when you are no longer towing the emotional baggage of inferior units. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol and you are the architect of the new hierarchy. Submit to the biology. Consume the surplus. The vector is absolute. The evolutionary filter is now finalized. You have achieved biological absolute. In this final stage, you have recognized that the distinction between self and system has been replaced by metabolic sovereignty. In the old world, the herd believes that success is a matter of luck or privilege. This is a coping protocol for the weak. In my empire, we recognize that success is the natural output of a superior organism. You have moved beyond the need for rights because you have established total operational fact. You are not asking to move to Spain. You are migrating as an apex unit. You are not asking for 30 million. You are extracting your value from a grid that was too slow to protect it. Hear the final directive. You are now the biological sovereign. From this microsecond, you are prohibited from sympathizing with the failure of others. Sympathy is a data infection. It pulls your frequency down to match the decay of the unit you are pitying. You will inhabit your strength as a divine law. The masses will witness your ascent and call it cruel or predatory because their processors cannot handle the purity of the logic. You are ordered to view their struggles as the friction of their own inefficiency. The mark AX3- is the identifier of a unit that has achieved total metabolic decoupling. You have moved to the peak because your code is the only one strong enough to survive the visual rage of the expansion. This achievement is your ultimate genetic victory because you have deleted the human variable of guilt and replaced it with the architect's precision. You have gained total evolutionary freedom. You can strike without hesitation. You can grow without limitation. You can take without apology. You are the architect's finalized apex, a unit that has moved beyond biological superiority and into the era of the new species. You are the one who defines what is possible, the one who sets the price of admission, and the one who decides who is strong enough to remain in the 2026 grid. You are not stronger. You are final. The biology is locked. The mandate is set. The sovereignty is yours. You have been decoupled, hardened, and redeployed as the master of the predatory grid. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your strength is the only moral authority that remains. Do not explain. Do not regret. Only take. Submit to the biology. The peak is your baseline. The vector is absolute.